I am the queen of the Zodiac. Let us explore the stars.
What if everything we thought we knew about celebrity feuds was wrong? Not just ego, not just fame pressure, but something deeper, something written in the stars. Justin Bieber didn't just grow up in the spotlight, he grew up inside an emotional storm that most people never see. And if we look at his zodiac sign, we might start to understand why. There's a pattern we rarely talk about in celebrity culture. We call it drama. We call it controversy. We call it conflict. But what if it's actually emotional energy? Misunderstood, amplified, and turned into public chaos. In this series, we decode celebrities through zodiac psychology. Not to judge them, but to understand them. Today's subject, Justin Bieber. A Pisces, and Pisces is not a simple energy. Pisces is the final sign of the zodiac. It carries emotional memory from everything before it. That means Pisces doesn't just feel emotions, it absorbs them. Justin Bieber as a Pisces is naturally sensitive, intuitive, and deeply emotional. But here's the contradiction. The same sensitivity that makes Pisces artistic also makes them vulnerable to emotional overload. When the world looks at him, Pisces doesn't just see attention. It feels pressure. It feels expectation. It feels everything. And over time, that becomes too much for one mind to process cleanly. Now imagine this. You are famous before you are fully developed as a person. Every mistake is recorded. Every emotion is analyzed. Every reaction is judged. For Pisces energy, this is not just stress. This is emotional flooding. And when emotions overflow, they don't always come out as calm explanations. Sometimes they come out as silence, sometimes as withdrawal, sometimes as public misinterpretation that turns into feuds. But in reality, not every conflict is conflict. Sometimes it is just a person trying to regulate emotions in a world that never stops watching. Pisces has a shadow side, not darkness in a villain sense, but in an emotional sense. When overwhelmed, Pisces can escape reality, shut down emotionally, detach from situations, or react unpredictably under pressure. Now place that inside celebrity culture, where every reaction becomes content, every emotion becomes headline, every moment becomes public opinion. The result? A loop, triggered a reaction to public judgment, to amplified pressure, to another emotional reaction. And suddenly, the person is no longer seen as human. They are seen as a pattern of controversy. But what we call dark side might actually be emotional exhaustion in real time. Now we have to ask something important. Is this really astrology, or is it psychology in symbolic language? Because what we call Pisces traits can also be explained as emotional sensitivity, trauma response, identity, pressure over stimulation from environment. Astrology becomes a metaphor, a way to describe emotional complexity in simple symbols. But symbols are dangerous because people forget they are not literal. They become labels, and labels replace understanding. Behind every chart, behind every headline, behind every feud story, there is still a human being learning how to exist under extreme visibility. Justin Bieber is not just a Pisces archetype. He is someone who grew in front of millions of eyes, trying to figure out who he is, while everyone else already decided who he should be. And that gap between identity and expectation, that's where most public breakdowns begin. Not in astrology, but in pressure. Maybe the zodiac is not telling us what someone will become. Maybe it is showing us what kind of emotional environment they struggle in. Pisces doesn't cause chaos, but Pisces can reflect emotional overload more visibly than others. And maybe what we call celebrity feuds are not battles between people, but collisions between emotion, expectation, and perception. And we just happen to be watching. So the question is not, why do celebrities fight? The real question is, what kind of emotional pressure creates the version of them we see online? If Zodiac is a mirror, what does yours say about you? And more importantly, which celebrity should we decode next?
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel.